Oh hi! Are you ready for the next Bitcoin boom? Experts predict that Bitcoin could reach $1 million by 2030. So in this video, we'll explore the reasoning behind this bold prediction and what it could mean for investors. Don't miss out on an opportunity of a lifetime. Before we get into the details, it is important to understand the basics of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that operates on a peer-to-peer network, meaning that it is not controlled by any governments or financial institutions. It is also scarce, with a maximal supply of 21 million bitcoins that will ever exist. So, why is Bitcoin so valuable? One reason is its utility as a store of value. Because it's decentralized and not subject to inflation, it can potentially act as a safe haven for investors in times of economic uncertainty. We have already seen this played out in recent years, with the price of Bitcoin reaching all-time highs during times of economic turmoil, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. But Bitcoin's value doesn't just come from its use as a store of value. It is also gaining acceptance as a legit form of payment. More and more businesses and merchants are starting to accept Bitcoin as a payment option, which increases its usability and adoption. In fact, the numbers of merchants who is accepting Bitcoin as payment has increased significantly in the recent years, and it shows no signs of slowing down. So if Bitcoin is gaining acceptance as a form of payment and is acting as a store of value, what is driving its potential to reach $1 million by 2030? The answer is simple: supply and demand. As I mentioned earlier, there can only be 21 million bitcoins in existence ever. This is in contrast to traditional fiat currencies, which can be printed by governments and central banks at will, leading to inflation and devaluation of the currency. With the limited supply and the increasing demand, it is not hard to see how the price of Bitcoin could potentially rise significantly in the coming years. But it is not just the limited supply that is driving the demand for Bitcoin. It is also the potential for Bitcoin to become the dominant digital currency of the world. As more and more people become aware of and interested in Bitcoin, the demand for it could continue to increase. And with a limited supply, this could drive the price up even higher. So, is it realistic to think that Bitcoin can reach $1 million by 2030? It's certainly possible. Some experts have predicted that Bitcoin could reach $1 million by 2030, given its current course and adoption rates. But of course, it is important to note that this is just a prediction, and there are no guarantees in the world of cryptocurrency. Still, the possibility of Bitcoin reaching $1 million by 2030 is definitely something to consider. As Bitcoin continues to gain acceptance and the demand for it increases, it can potentially become a viable investment for those looking to diversify the portfolio and potentially earn significant returns. And of course, it is important that you do your own research and carefully consider any investment, especially in the volatile world of cryptocurrency. But the potential for Bitcoin to reach $1 million by 2030 is definitely something to keep an eye on.